the treehouse for the win. 13 life, straight to your face. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with the ManaMan. Today, we've got a juicer for you. We've got the treehouse. Come on. I never had a treehouse as a kid, but you know what? I'll tell you what, this makes up for it very well. I'll tell you what. We got Esika, God of the Tree. We're running all of the trees. This card is so good because when you get Esika, God of the Tree, it is pretty nice. It has vigilance and gives other legendary creatures you control vigilance and add one of any color. But the awesome part about this is we're going to be trying to get out the prismatic bridge. If you get all 5 colors, you get enchantment. In the beginning of your upkeep, you're going to reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or planeswalker card, and you're just going to put that card onto the battlefield. Every single turn, you'll be able to drop something with the prismatic bridge here. This is awesome, and it's going to be a little bit challenging to get into those 5 colors. So what are we going to do? Well, obviously we got the world tree, so we got all the trees. I know it's a little bit hard to see, and I apologize, can't really move, but the world tree, maybe I could I tried to move it. No. So the world tree is going to enter the battlefield tapped, but as long as you control 6 or more lands, every single land you have is going to be able to give you any single color. And if you notice, it's kind of hard to see, but if you drop 11 different 2 green, 2 red, 2 blue, 2 black, 2 white, and sacrifice it, you'll be able to grab a god card. So that is the reason why we are running Tiamat, because it is a god, and it is also the reason why we're running the Asmodeus the Archfiend for 6, because it's also a god. So if you just have a ton of land and ton of resources, you can drop the world tree and just get your god cards. So this card's really cool. I mean, if it wasn't a god, it probably wouldn't be in here because it's a little bit janky, but I like jank, so it's pretty cool. Other than that, we've got Vorinclex, because Vorinclex is really awesome. It'll let us ramp up all of our planeswalkers. We are running plenty of planeswalkers here, and if you notice, we have a Sorin. Sorin's minus 13. For 13, we'll be able to come out right away, and it's so freaking good. So this is pretty much the deck. We are running Beledros Witherbloom. I want to give a special little shout out to this. This is really awesome. You can pay 10 life and untap all lands you control. I think this is truly relevant in this deck because A, it's a dragon, and you can fetch it with Tiamat. And you can also just pay, because we're running ramp fatties, so you can actually run Beledros Witherbloom. Very cool to have her in the deck. Very, very cool. So this is the treehouse. Come along, get inside our treehouse. There's plenty of land and plenty of resources for everybody. So this is it. Let's get into the treehouse and let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Never mind. Hello, how are we doing there? Never mind just sounds so pessimistic. Let's just, hope you have a better day. So let's go for Forsaken Crossroads. I'm just going to go for green. We're going to need a little bit more land here. Oh, yes, we'll take the land. Gladly take the land. We're going to wake up your little fox here. I'm a big fan of this pet. It's sleeping, so the pet doesn't like to, do crazy things. Because that's really annoying. Let's drop the swamp here. I'm going to go for Emergent Sequence here. And I guess we'll go for blue, right? Sure, let's even the ticket out a little bit. Emergent Sequence. So they're gonna go ahead and consider the following. Let's see if they go ahead and put that card into their library from the graveyard. So Deserted Beach. Emergent Sequence, yeah, let's go ahead and grab the blue. I love balancing the ticket out. Nice little diverse cast of mana. So Henge Pathway comes out, so it appears that we're probably playing into some sort of control. But I'm not scared of control. Who's scared of control? Come on now. We're gonna drop this. Let's go for Tangled Florahedron as a creature, and that's all we can do for this turn. But next turn we can start wreaking some serious havoc. Down to 3 mana we got, so Divine Purge is gonna wipe our entire board, and that's really unfortunate. Fortunately, this comes up tapped, so this is green. Not the end of the world by any means, because this is a land, so that doesn't really hurt that bad. We go for Esika, God of the Tree. Whoa. Oh goodness, getting a little bit of a green screen action there. There we go. So Esika, God of the Tree is going to come out. We got so much green in this deck that we're just trying to, rip off a little bit of green on the green screen. I think that's what it is. So Esika's God of the Tree is going to stay out, and not for long because they're going to get Fading Hoped. Okay, I mean, at least we can get what, a Lolth out? If we can get a Lolth out, that's pretty juicy. So, Wrenn and Seven or Lolth. I guess we'll just go for the Lolth here. Sure, sounds good to me.
You require my aid. My power is for annihilation.
Her power is for annihilation. Absolutely, you better believe it. We do got the 2 little cute tokens out here. Every time something dies, we'll be able to recycle ourselves a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. So we're gonna go for Discover the Formula here. We do have Vorinclex too, so that'll be kind of... Oh, okay, so...
merely delayed, not defeated.
Not defeated. We are never defeated. No, 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 not you. So, let's see how much we got here. This is green, black, black. I guess we can just go for some more green. I'm gonna drop Wrenn and Seven over Vorinclex because I want to get the Wrenn and Seven's harder to get rid of, I believe. So let's just go ahead and drop Wrenn and Seven. -3.
The will of the woods is made manifest.
Manifest into this 6/6, baby. This is the treehouse. We got the God of the Tree. We got... Oh, well, that's not good. Not good at all. You just ruined our fun. So they go for Key to the Archive. Not the end of the world. They're going to be able to draft a card, but we're going to get Vorinclex out here. And Vorinclex is going to wreak some havoc because we're going to be able to drop Vorinclex, and then Wrenn and Seven will be able to jump up to a +2. It's not that bad. It's a lot better if you get out Vorinclex beforehand and then drop Wrenn and Seven. But unfortunately, we just couldn't do that. I'm actually tempted to just use Wrenn and Seven's +1 and get into a World Tree, potentially. I think that's pretty good, because then we can just drop a Prismatic Bridge, and that's very problematic. I don't think dropping this to 4 with Vorinclex is worth it, so I'm hoping we can get into a World Tree. And we do not. No World Tree for us, unfortunately, because I want to get this Prismatic Bridge out. But we'll take the next best thing and drop a Vorinclex. And, yep. We'll swing in here. And I'm going to drop the Forsaken Crossroads. Let's go for red. And, oh, there's the World Tree. So we don't actually, I was going to drop this for red and then use the other Forsaken Crossroads to get into our Prismatic Bridge here. But now that we don't have to do that, it's not nearly as big a deal. So Teferi, oh, hello Teferi. I don't want to see Teferi. Fortunately, it only comes in with 2 counters on it.
On time.
Nothing's on time for you, Teferi.
And some think time only flows in one direction.
It does, in our direction. So Lightning Helix is going to take away our Wrenn and Seven.
Will be overrun.
I know, it doesn't feel good. Our treehouse is about to get overrun, Wrenn. I'm not happy about it either. Fortunately, they just can't get any life counters with this, so that's really nice. We dropped the World Tree, and now it's time to... This is what we came here for. The God of the Tree in our treehouse. We'll go for the Prismatic Bridge. I'm really hoping it goes through. So let's just go for the Prismatic Bridge. Fingers crossed that we get it to resolve. Divide by 0 wouldn't be like the end of the world, but I wouldn't be too happy about it. Better than a counter of any sort. So they're going to go for Discover the Formula. Okay. Don't think they can counter anything with 1 blue mana, unless there's something I'm missing here. And I'm going to actually swing in for the Teferi. This doesn't feel great. I know we could take him down to 9, but hey, we're going to get Fading Hoped anyway, so what does it really matter, you know? How annoying is that? Hopefully they don't have a, gosh, I really hope they can't Divide by 0 our Prismatic Bridge. Otherwise, you know, ain't looking so good. So the Hullbreaker Horror comes out. Oh boy. That's not good. That's not good at all. So we're gonna go attempt to Infernal Grasp this thing. I really hope they don't have some sort of cheap Considery type spell. Otherwise, this Hullbreaker Horror is gonna be an absolute nightmare. They use Divide by 0. It's over. I can't believe it. They've got a Divide... Like, it's one thing if they have a Horror or a 0. Like, to have them both? Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me.
It's only a little mischief.
Very unfortunate. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So we got another Vorinclex. We're going to have to try and Infernal Grasp this thing. Yep. Let's go ahead and try. If they've got anything that they can cast at their hand for 3 or less at an instant speed, they're going to be able to bounce this back. But, you know, we're just going to keep trying to Infernal Grasp this thing. Gotta keep trying. They're going to go and divide by 0 their own key to the archive, which, you know, pretty smart. So, let's go ahead and try it again. Infernal Grasp, we finally get rid of this stupid thing. Okay. So, while they go ahead and have their divide by 0 fun, they're going to get what? Introduction to Annihilation. Okie dokie, so we're going to go with Prismatic Bridge, and I'm assuming that that Introduction to Annihilation is exactly for our bridge. But at least we'll be able to draw a card this way. So, Key to the Archive comes out. Feels like a losing battle, can't even lie about it. Teferi. Teferi's going to be able to +1 and untap this Key to the Archive. So, Teferi, what will it be? Is it going to be Introduction to Annihilation? I think so. So, they are almost tapped out. Almost. They are not tapped out. Almost. So, we actually get another one. So, that's absolutely great for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That makes 10. So, can't drop a Vorinclex on top of it, but I think this is still the move. Let's go for it, baby. This is the treehouse. We get the prismatic going. So we can drop this for the creature. I think that's good. We can go for Crossroads here. Let's just click buttons, white. We'll take the scry anyway, because we have to. I don't want the land. The land is poopy right now. And we'll just drop this for the creature. That's the most we can do. I think we're sitting relatively okay-ish as okay can get. So they're going to drop this for 2. And, I mean, we're kind of at the mercy of whatever they have. The teachings is not good. I don't like them digging into their deck for anything. So they're going to have 4 cards in their deck to play with. I mean, unexpected conversion. Okay, draw 2 cards. They can exile a card, right? Ooh, okay. So they got a lot of cards in their hand. A lot of divination type effects. But they've got all the mana in the world. We've got to at least be able to keep this bridge up. If they like, get rid of it, gosh, this is going to be so hard to overcome. We can go with the Vorinclex. So they're going to go with another Key to the Archive. Oh my gosh, what are you going to draft? I think they're about out of resources. I mean, I hope at this point. So they're going to have to discard a card. So they got 4 cards in their hand. And we got a Prismatic Bridge. We need a good, something good. Planeswalker, something good. Okay, so, you know, not the best thing. This thing's only in here because of the World Tree. Because it makes a god. So, you know, it's not the worst thing ever. We can still drop this Vorinclex here. If it goes through... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're going to use Counter Spell. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world, but surely not the beginning. The Archfiend here is actually pretty good here, because what we can do with this thing, we can draw 7 cards and then return all the exiled cards to our hand. Unfortunately, what we can't do is get rid of this Teferi, and that's the most annoying thing in the world. So, if they can clear our board, they kind of just win. So, I think what I want to do is draw 7 cards and then return all the cards to my hand. So, let's just do it right now. I think we still have enough land, or enough mana sources where we can do this. So we're going to go ahead and take 8, and we're going to return all these cards exiled. We're going to lose all of our life. I don't care. We need it. We're going big here, baby. So, return all the cards to our hand, and we're going to lose that much life. I don't even care. If we lose... So, they're going to have Fading Hope, but whatever. We're still going to get all of our cards. And I guess we'll just swing in, and I guess we'll just go for Teferi. Sure, why not?
They're calling an attack these days.
I don't know why we did that. That's kind of dumb. Why did we do that? I don't see any other creature that we could play, so we don't need a World Tree. We don't need the Key to the Archive's kind of slow. The Archfiend's done doing its thing. I guess we can just ditch that. and another land. Yeah, whatever. I'm just clicking buttons here for the most part, to be honest with you. So this is a grueling. This is grueling. They're gonna use a -2, search for something. I don't want them to get a formula. Discovering the formula here is pretty nightmarish. Unexpected conversion instead. Okay. So they still only have 3 cards in their hand. I guess it's gonna be just to the point where, okay, well, scratch that, make it 4. Woof. So Approach the Second Sun puts this game on a clock. So we are officially on a huge clock here. Geist Channeler. We gotta be able to do something big here. We do get a Garruk. Okie dokie. Well, we're definitely gonna go with a Vorinclex. There's no doubt about that. We need to get the Vorinclex out here. We're gonna swing in and attack this Teferi. No doubt about that. We can drop the Sorin. The Sorin will be able to drop 13 life. I think that's probably our best move, because again, we need to put this game on the clock. So Sorin's gonna come out, and we're gonna be able to drop the ultimate immediately. Look at this.
Innistrad, my
Drop 13. Pretty gosh darn good.
I will have my vengeance.
We will have our vengeance. Don't you worry, Sorin. We were gonna have our vengeance. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swing in. It doesn't feel amazing. I think it's the best move, honestly. I really do. If we can kill this Teferi, we prevent them from digging into their deck a little bit more. So, it's not great, but I am gonna do that. Kill the Teferi.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
That is how it was meant to happen. So, let's use Garruk -1. Yeah, I think we're just gonna use the Garruk's Uprising, or we can do this for Trample. I guess we could use some drawing of the cards. I guess, sure, why not? Draw a card. We got Key to the Archive. Nothing doing just yet. Okay. So this is overall looking okay. They've got a lot of mana sources. So drop another land for Pete's sake, good lord. But they only got 2 cards in their hand. So this game, I hope they don't. Okay, so they got a Divide by 0. That takes away our Prismatic Bridge. But, you know, I think we've already done quite a bit of damage. They've got Introduction to Prophecy, so they're going to scry 2, draw 2. Draw 1, excuse me. And they put both of those on the bottom, and you love to see that, because if they're putting stuff on the bottom, that means it's not good. So they're using the Consider, so they're just keep digging. Digging. I wonder what they're going to get here. So let's just drop this Dreamroot Cascade. We have all the power in the world that we want to do right now. Let's go ahead and use Sorin. Might as well just use it. We've got plenty of life. We just get a Beledros. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna lose a lot of life, but I don't really care.
Blood for knowledge. A fair trade.
A very fair trade. Very fair trade. Now, what do we want to do from here? This is kind of the hard part. I mean, the world's kind of our oyster, you know? We can drop the Tiamat, we can do so many different things. Unfortunately, we want to get our Planeswalkers out first. Let's go ahead and drop this, Mordenkainen. Exchange your hand with your library. I think that's what we want to do. I'm going to actually wait a second here. There's no need to rush. So what I want to do is swing in with both. Sure, we'll swing in with both. I just want to get, if they block the Florahedron, whatever. So we're still going to deal 6 damage with the Vorinclex here. So this gets interesting, because now, if we can dig into our next Sorin. No, yeah, I don't see Sorin anywhere. It's not exiled, right? So if we can, I know that we're running 2 Sorin. So as long as we drop the Sorin, we can just deal 13 damage right away. So we're going to be able to drop our ultimate on Mordenkainen. Woohoo! And good lord, look at how ridiculous this is.
My power is limitless.
Our power is limitless. We gotta find our other Sorin. We're gonna drop the next Sorin. I'm very sure that we're gonna drop this one. So we search our entire deck for the Sorin. This is gonna be a -8. We're gonna use the -7 straight for the ultimate right away because we have our Vorinclex. And how good is that? The Treehouse for the win. 13 life, straight to your face. I don't think you can do anything, and that's going to be good game. What an epic battle.
Strip every shred of...
Remember to subscribe to the channel for more Magic deck videos every single day. JT Strohs, how are we doing here? We're going to keep this. It's a little sketchy. We got the Emergent Sequence. Obviously, that coming out as a creature does threaten it a little bit, but I guess we got a way to get into 3 land. So we'll go ahead and roll the dice here a little bit. Plus, we might just draw some land. I'm just preparing for the worst. That way, it's hard to get disappointed. So we'll go ahead and extend the friendly hello, because our opponent, nah, JT, you're being a little slow. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. We recover. Furry, calm, snarl. Anyone who runs snarls is a friend with me, anyway. The snarls need more love. I don't even think they're, like, atrocious. They're not great, but they're, you know, I understand why we don't like them. Because they're a little sus. They really are. But I feel bad, you know? They got no love. So, Emergent Sequence, I'm going to grab some blue. Yeah, let's just grab some blue at this point. Put out the bait. I know that, you know, everyone wants to hate on the Emergent Sequence. I think Emergent Sequence is a little better than Florahedron. Or whatever that card is, I can never say it. Because it actually counts as a land, like it's an actual land, and because we are running the World Tree, I think it's better just to take an actual land on the battlefield. So, now that I've given you my little theory there, let's drop this for black. Black is fine, and let's drop the Emergent Sequence for green. We could have went for Esika's Chariot, or not Esika's Chariot. We could have went for the God Tree, but it wouldn't have mattered. Like, we're still ramping in one way anyway. I'm a little bit nervous with the God of the Tree. I guess you definitely could have went God with the Tree, but we opted not to. It's still not going to matter that much. And with no World Tree, we'll go ahead and just play it down now. If we don't have a World Tree or anything, we don't got to worry about anything else. Want to get into our Vorinclex next turn. It's actually funny because we play 2 here. Gotta love that animation and the music. So we'll swing in here, and then now we get to go into Vorinclex or a Beledros Witherbloom. What do we want to do? I don't know. Our opponent is playing very slowly. They're playing dragons, but like, I mean, they're just not really threatening us at all. So I'm gonna do a power move. Let's do it. You're running dragons? Well, here's my dragon. Beledros Witherbloom, the Elder Dragon. How wonderful is this? We're going to do something really, really cute here. After this comes out to play, we're going to go and pay 10 life, untap our lands, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to drop our Vorinclex right on top. Look how good that is. Beledros Witherbloom, wow. Really coming in clutch here. And because it does have Vigilance, that's pretty cool that it doesn't have to be untapped. So, in case we were ever like worried about taking a little bit of Den of the Bugbear damage on the back end, we're not worried about it. And at the beginning of each upkeep, we'll create a 1/1 black pest token. What's not to like here? What's not to like? So Beledros Witherbloom is, I'm so glad I could finally put her in a home, because that sounds so bad. I'm so glad I could finally put her in a home. No, Beledros Witherbloom, I'm so glad that we found a home for her in a deck, because I've always wanted to use it, and it just works so well, and it makes me so happy that I don't have to force it. So Orbit Dragonkind's going to do some tapping. Let's see what they want to play. They're going to go for a Goldspan Dragon. This sucks because I was just up-talking Beledros Witherbloom, and at this point we're just going to have to block with it. I think we do. Well, I mean, they're kind of just leaving themselves open. I don't think they can deal anymore. They can't deal for lethal, so we're actually just going to call their bluff. We'll just say, alright. Whatever. They have 3 mana to work with. I don't think they can deal 6 damage with 3 mana. So they go for Alchemist's Gambit. Oh my god. Okay, so they're going to take another turn. Wow. Wow. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I never in my life saw that coming. So they're going to have to finish us off this turn. Well, they're going to have to do it through the air. And we do still have a Witherbloom. So Angel Fire Ignition. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. God, I'm a little bit nervous. Valorous Stance. We're still good? Ghostband Dragon's is at a 5/5. Can they power up their dragon somehow? If they can, it's game. If not, the Alchemist's Gambit is gonna get them. Can they deal 1 damage? Maybe they swing in, have play with fire? I don't know. So they are swinging in 5/5. We're gonna be alive still. Down to 5. Do they have? I mean, they would need some help here. That's gonna be it. And they can have. Okay, 17. They're gonna take it. Let's go. Vuto, how we doing here? How we doing? Our hand is pretty terrible. I'm actually gonna mulligan this. It's just too gross without any mana dorks or anything. And this is even grosser. But I guess we got to scry. So, hey, we got to scry. We got to try. I guess is the old motto here. So we do get a Tangly. That's pretty good. Let's go this. And what do we want to drop? Let's do this for. I guess we don't have any blue at all, do we? So if we get into an Iymrith, I guess we'll need some blue. So we'll take the scry. See what we got going. World Tree. Kind of an awkward spot here. I kind of don't want that. I kind of think we just need something else. We already have our Witherbloom. Yeah, I think we'll just pass on that. Werewolf Pack Leader comes out, and we do have Infernal Grasp. What do we want to do here? I don't want to go for the Florahedron. I think because we're playing against an aggro deck, we're just going to want to do some kill action. So let's just go for the Infernal Grasp. If a Snakeskin Veil comes out, hey, we did what we could do. Down to 18 we go, and let's see if they want to drop another creature. They do, Rahilda, and Rahilda's very scary. We get another World Tree. I could have swore I scried that away, but hey, I guess World Tree's the move. I don't even want them. I don't even want to risk. God, I don't even want to risk like a Snakeskin Veil or something. I'm just gonna play this now. I might get criticized for that, but if they drop a Tovolar, I think I'm still killing this Rahilda. And yeah, okay, so they're kind of mana screwed anyway. Let's drop the Deathcap Glade. We'll go for Sorin the Mirthless. I'm actually gonna go for +1 here.
Under my watch, neither vampire nor human will go extinct.
There we
My
go.
ways are not for the weak.
We are not. Good thing we're not weak. We're gonna go ahead and draw a card there. Nice of you to come out to play Sorin. Fortunately, our opponent is very mana screwed, so they're gonna attack the Sorin.
Your blood will be mine!
Your blood will be mine, he says. You gotta love Sorin. So, what do we want to do here? I'm just gonna go ahead and just draw, see what we want to do here. The 2/3 Vampire doesn't do, like, anything, honestly. So, we'll go ahead and draw the Mythic Massacre.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Nothing is... We definitely paid the price, so definitely believe you. Drop this for green, and I guess we can drop the Emergent Sequence. Get another little land action here. I'm gonna go for blue. Always want to make sure you get some blue. And we'll go for a Tangela. So I feel bad. I mean, our opponent's just so mana screwed, mana hungry. Not gonna be able to do much. Next turn we'll be able to drop a Witherbloom. We still got Sorin growing. You feel a little bit bad. So they're gonna actually, okay, so they got a little bit of life in them. They're gonna go for a Braid here. And that's gonna kill our Sorin. That is gonna kill the Sorin. We can't block, unfortunately.
To darkness I return.
To darkness, Sorin, you'll be back. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. So now we got Key to the Archive. We can drop this for black. Now we got what? Tree. The World Tree is activated. We can just add 1 for any color. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop the Witherbloom. This is not a good match. You feel a little bit bad, but you know, hey, whatever. It's a little bit tempting to drop the Witherbloom's ability for 10, but that puts us back at 4. I don't think I want to do that. We're gonna be able to get a green pest token each turn. So we do get a pest token at the beginning of each upkeep, not our own, so that's very nice. Fortunately, they find into a little bit of mana, and you know, you kind of want it to. Starting to feel a little bit bad. So this is nice. So they're actually going to have Trample here. Storm Charge Slasher. I'm just gonna let it go. We're not really too threatened on the life total right now. So they're probably gonna give it to themselves, I would assume, and they're not. That's very odd to me. That's very odd to me. We're gonna go ahead and just block this. I don't want to give up my Witherbloom just yet. So we'll go down to 10. We'll go back up to 11 after the pest dies. I think that's fine with me. We'll create another pesty. Ooh, and we could actually go for the Prismatic Bridge now. But I think what I really want to do is tap this for... just black is fine. I think we're just gonna kill you. No. We'll go and Z that real quick. This is kind of gross. This is actually a little bit grosser of a spot than it should be. We can drop Meathook Massacre and Massacre everything for 4. I think, okay, this is what we're ultimately gonna do. We're gonna take our damage, because I love taking damage. I love giving damage anyway. I'm gonna tap all of this for, let's go red, or what was that? Red, black, blue, tap for green. Oh, or red. Okay, anyway, we got the 5 colors of the rainbow here. I'm gonna go for the Prismatic Bridge. And now, let's go ahead and just kill our entire board. Why not? This way we'll be able to do 2. So let's activate this ability, take us down to 1. And now we can activate the Meathook Massacre for 4. Let's actually tap this one more time. So, Meathook Massacre for 4. Kills our entire board. And we're just going to be 1 short of playing Key to the Archive, which is really unfortunate. Well, hey, it's a power move. Whatever. We're down to 4. And it is daytime, so no more scary shenanigans regarding the Reckless Stormseeker. So we did a lot there, okay? We did a lot just to go down to 4, and this is actually, I mean, like I said, I feel embarrassed that it's even taking this long, and we're actually threatened here a little bit. Reckless Stormseeker would not be enough for lethal because it is daytime, so they go for a Halana and Elena. Okay, but we get a freaking God of the Tree. I don't understand. It's very baffling to me. We'll go ahead and take Key to the Archive, and we can take... what do we want to do here? They're going to be able to give anything. So I guess we'll just go with a counter spell. Right, we can counter anything, yeah. Alright, we're going to go for the counter spell. Very, very unfortunate. We're going to discard the Tangly Boy. Pass turn. We can counter anything they put out, but man, oh man, they're going to be able to go nice and wide. They're going to give us haste too, so this is an easy counter spell. Hopefully we can use Prismatic Bridge to get... we're just getting really unlucky, I hate to say it. I mean, they got unlucky with the Mana Screw, so I mean, can't complain too much, but getting a God of the Tree with our Prismatic Bridge is like top tier unluckiness. This is going to swing in, and I'm just going to block, just in case, whatever. If they want to use Inscription of Ruin or something, I don't care. I don't want my pretty face touched, so we'll go ahead and use the God of the Tree. So hopefully, I mean, come on, we can't get screwed twice on the Prismatic Bridge. We just need to grab pretty much any Planeswalker, and we're sitting pretty. So that's gonna do that. We'll go down to 9. Let's go. What we got? Finally. So we get a Sorin and a Tiamat.
Consider yourself fortunate our motives align.
Absolutely, Sorin. You tell him. We're gonna drop this 2/3. I want the lifelink and a blocker up, so let's go ahead and do that. And now this is what it's about.
You can deal with my servant.
You deal with my servant. Let's go Tiamat. We get a 7/7 body. Because we got the God Tree out, everything's irrelevant. It can grab, all of our land can grab whatever color we want. And we're going to grab both of our beautiful dragons in our deck. And now we're sitting pretty. And that's going to be it. We take it with the World Tree. Good game. So we're back at the hideout with a post-game wrap, and I definitely want to say that, constructively speaking, this deck does struggle quite a bit versus aggro. I think that this is just not enough. The Infernal Grasp, I mean, also, you know, takes away your life, so that is something to note. But we are running with 3 Path of Perils. It just comes up a little bit slow. I think that you do maybe need to tinker with it. Maybe run, I don't know. I actually had Meathook Massacre in this deck, but I took it out because it was just too slow. I actually prefer Path of Peril. So I don't know. It's kind of more of a fun deck than it is super competitive. I thought it would be a little bit more competitive than it was. We definitely ran a little bit cold. A lot of dragon matchups on the play and stuff where you just kind of lose. But yeah, this is the deck. Maybe make it a little bit more bottom heavy. I also debated maybe running like a blue variant without the Infernal Grasp and Path of Peril, where you go more blue heavy and go Fading Hope and divide by 0. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a I'll make a deck about that. Maybe we'll tweak the Treehouse in a future episode. But I definitely wanted to get this out because I thought it was good enough to put out, and it was pretty fun. So I hope you like the content. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like that. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, like, tell me how ugly I am. Just do something because it really helps out the channel, and I'm trying to grow this bad boy out into the biggest it could be. But until then, I will see you on the next episode. ManaMan.